Stories can be a powerful engagement tool. Research by the London School of Business showed that when people hear statistics alone, they tend to only retain 5 to 10% of what they hear. When stories are used to convey that same information, retention jumps to 65%. If you're about to give a presentation, introduce a new idea, or do anything that requires you to relate a key concept, consider turning it into a story. Here are a few steps to guide you. 1. Consider your audience. To truly get through to your audience, you need to understand them. Who are they? What matters to them? What's the best way to relate to them? These observations should inform all aspects of your story, from your starting point, tone and language, to your core message. 2. Determine the central point of your pitch. Summarize your story in 1 or 2 short sentences. It helps to clarify what the key message is you want to convey, or the question you want your story to answer. Challenge yourself frequently to check you're still answering that question. 3. Reflect on the intended effect. Research shows that when we hear stories, our brains tend to mimic the emotions of the people in them. For example, a story about a team achieving hard-won success may create feelings of elation in ourselves. Ask yourself whether you want your audience to feel proud, inspired, shocked, responsible. How can you engender those emotions in them? 4. Give your story a structure. Your story should have a clear beginning, where you set the scene, a middle, where there is a turning point in events or climax, and an end, where you offer a reflection. Sticking to this structure will help you deliver a narrative that is easy to follow and therefore engaging. 5. End on a memorable note. End your story by giving your audience something to think about. Ideally, this should be where the connection between your story and your intention becomes overt. So, for example, if your intention was to inspire action, you could say something like, "If this is important to you, what are you doing to enhance customer engagement?" In a world where we are constantly overloaded with information, retaining everything we hear or read can be tricky, but you can help your audience to retain much more by telling a compelling story. Just make sure it's the right story for your audience.